Alright folks, we're fixing to rotate some teeth. Well, actually we're changing teeth. I'm taking all these teeth off and putting new ones on. And then we're going to talk about how our week just went to hell. So y'all can see these teeth here. I mean, there's still one corner left on them. Technically there's two, but these ballotine style teeth, I'll go get y'all a new one here in a second and show you. But what it does is these corners, instead of staying, it's not like a regular, like a quadco tooth. A quadco tooth is more flat. This one's really concaved and sunk in. And I stick my finger in there, you see how much is still sticking up above my finger. But the tooth, it'll round off instead of staying blunt, and then it just quits tearing or cutting through the tree. It starts tearing through the tree. And this one here, I'll have to show y'all in a minute when we get done with this, but there's several of them that's gotten. This one here looks like it's just normal wear, but like this one here, the skid plate underneath there got broke loose and it killed the corner. Y'all see how it done that? But you see how these here are rounded off? The tooth is just not cutting anymore. And on top of that, the ballotine teeth are notorious, and they're supposed to have this fixed now, but there's this little groove right here that starts cutting. It starts cutting in here, and then it starts cutting into this saw disc. And my disc is old and paper thin to begin with. It's not as thin as I thought it was, but it's still pretty dang thin. So we don't want to exaggerate any more wear to the disc. But so that's what we're doing. We're fixing to I'm gonna time lapse y'all for a second. We're changing teeth on the rubber tire. We get them done, we'll come back in a minute and I'll talk more with y'all about what just happened for the week. These still have never sees on them. Alright, so we got the teeth changed, and you see how the tooth here is The other ones were more rounded. Let me go get an old one. Okay, so this is probably the worst one out of the bunch. But you see how, and I'll put it down here for comparison. Do you see how the edge here is round, where this is like still straight and like a razor blade almost looking? And if you actually, I mean, it's sharp right there. That would cut you. That would definitely draw blood. But see, this mark here means this tooth was like this. So I was cutting with this corner and this corner, and this corner was definitely gone. I must have hit a rock or something with it. Now, yeah, I could have turned it to where these two sides here were out like this, and it would have cut a little better. But again, you get into this wearing that they do right here, and I don't like that wearing. So I like to just put new teeth on there. These things are cheap. I think they're like $600 for a set, versus the Quadcos are like $1,200 a set or something. And these cut way better than the Quadcos. These are the Ballotine teeth. These are the kind that have the bolt that runs all the way through. It's the shankless kind. The kind that goes on the John Deere has a shank that runs up inside this right here, and then a little bitty small bolt holding the tooth on. But anyway, y'all can see the difference, and you can see the wear, and it does. I mean, new teeth do several things. One, the biggest thing is it helps you cut a little bit faster, because you're not having to wait on the saw to recover. And when you're not waiting on the saw to recover, it's burning less fuel, because if those pumps are straining less or less often, they're going to be straining the same. They're just going to be straining less often, or not the same amount of time of strain. You're going to save diesel at the end of the day. So anyway, y'all see new teeth. Y'all have seen them before. There's 16 teeth on here. I don't know how much they weigh. I think this one comes factory at like 1,200, and I've had it turned up a good bit. The John Deere turns 1,250, something like that. But this one screams really fast. This one is turned up about as max as you can get one. But anyway, so yeah, that's new teeth. This is what an old tooth looks like. Wore out, no more good. Round edges. Instead of slicing through the tree, it's just tearing through the tree, and it's inefficient. And right now we need all the efficiency we can have. Alrighty, y'all, let's talk about how our day has just went to hell. Alright, so y'all heard the pause right there in the audio. Just stack that on with everything that I'm fixing to inform you with about what's happened today. Alright, so at that time, and I hate that I don't have, I'm going to put some music in the background or something. I hate the silence. But anyway, we, at this time right here, when the audio quit, don't worry, the music won't be forever. For the ones that hate the music, it picks back up when the next segment of video started recording. Anyway, I had a truck driver call me because he forgot his paperwork, and I don't have phone service down there to talk, but the phone will ring, and since he rang the phone, I guess it kicked the audio off while I was recording, because I'm recording the audio through my phone, through the drone. It's complicated, but anyway, I'm guessing that's what killed the audio. But today went to hell in a handbag quick. So as y'all know, I think I stated earlier this week, I can't remember, there's been so much stuff going this week. I think I told y'all. If not, we had 45 loads to get this week. I was expecting 50. I've never seen them cut us to 45. I was expecting 50, but we got 45, so that was a shock to begin with. And then we got a huge shock today. Monday, the mill was crap. The mill was clogged up, couldn't get unloaded. I think at one time it was like 134-minute wait time inside the mill, and then the trucks were backed up to the outside of the mill like another hour and a half. So as I was talking right there, y'all saw up front, and the drone will pick up after a while and you'll see it again. But anyway, that was the old loader up there. I have like 4 to 6 loads up front piled up at the old loader, and then by the end of the day, between the 2 loaders, I have about 10 loads out. 10 to 12, because I figure there's 6 or so back here in the back. And anyway, that's besides the point. So Monday was crap, Tuesday was good, today was going really well. We were 1 load behind our scheduled 9 loads a day amount we were going to be needing for the week to get our 45 in by Friday. And 2 trucks, that's pushing pretty good, and especially this little stuff and 1 loader. But anyway, we get to work this morning. We fall out of the trucks. Trucks are coming and going from the mill real fast. They were doing really good. I mean, really good. And then I got a text message about 9 o'clock from my forester that read, "We will no longer be accepting pulpwood deliveries this afternoon from 3 p.m. until Monday at 6 a.m. I about had a heart attack. I was like, what? Alright, so then we start trying to get trucks scheduled around, we're trying to hustle up some side trucks, this, that, and the other. I got a few hours. I can probably try and hustle up and get 30 in for the day or for the week and be good. Then in the middle of trying to hustle trucks up, they sent a second text message out about 30 minutes later after the first one that read, "Correction, it was a mistake. We meant to say we will stop taking deliveries at noon." Oh my God. Oh, and also we had to have the trucks scaled in and inside the mill at noon, not sitting in line waiting to get in the mill. Things got tough quick, y'all. They shut down, nothing to do with the corona stuff, anything like that. That's what they're telling us. It's just they're full, and they have their own personal crews to haul wood, and to ensure that those crews were not interfered with, they shut everything that they didn't own off. And just like that, we were out. So the audio's fixing to pick back up, guys. I'm not sure what else I say here, but I appreciate y'all. Y'all go subscribe for me. The cable on the winch to the skidder, we're just about to the point we're going to have to tie a cable to the track cutter and help him track, because the track machine won't, the sprockets are wore out on it. It just about won't track no more. So, yeah. Stress to the max. Don't even begin to describe this week. I don't think they're shutting down because of, they told us they would resume deliveries Monday. So it's not like they're shutting down over the virus stuff. But that's a good thing, I guess. And we'll have wood piled up and ready to fling it to them Monday morning. Fly y'all over here and let y'all watch the track cutter coming up too. Brady is back today. He's still not 100%, but he's here and he's helping. It's always a positive. Yesterday's video should have been a good one though. Y'all should have really enjoyed that. I mean, there was loading skidding, I think, maybe. We were cutting. There's all kind of good stuff in there. Oh, and the rubber tire shed its duals. It shed its winter coat. It's getting ready for summer. Get y'all up in the air a little bit more. Back. Let y'all watch the whole operation. That's a good shot right there. Y'all see me standing down here. Hey. Brady's fixing to start. I think, yeah, he's going to start his own down road. Or did he have one already? Can't tell. Oh no, he still got one more down road at the end. That's what I was spinning around looking at. Get y'all on up in there and show y'all what we got going on here. I was asked the other day about the, I was explaining how I was working this track, and I'll get y'all up in there and y'all be able to see. Get y'all more on up in the air. But y'all see how I cut? All that back there is cut. And I started at that old set down there where that loader is with the wood pile, and I worked towards that clear cut. And then when we got there complete, we come back, we got all of this, we worked it all back this way, all in one swoop to that big timber back there. You can see the last row Brady thinned, which is where Michael's backing down right there in the middle of your screen towards the bottom. And then there's one down row left. I'm fixing to go cut him another down row, and we have all this left to go. And y'all see that little old trail running down the timber line there? That's my access to go pick up this pocket back in here. You see it comes up to a point. You'll see how I got my access. Leaves the set, runs down here to that corner, and then it turns and it runs with the down row there for a little ways, and then whenever it turns back, I kind of turn back with it and kind of keep me a down row middle in between the timber line as my access. Brady will thin all that, and that in the very back here turns into some itty tiny mess is what it does. But that's what we got left here. Not a whole heaping bunch, but that kind of shows you how we work this to in an efficient manner. We started at one end and we just work all the way through the other. So anyway, guys, I'm gonna bring y'all down. Let y'all watch the loader as I bring you down. I'm not sure what the channel holds right now. If I don't have content, it's gonna be hard to bring out something. And I'm not sure how. I will try some videos of just kind of what I'm doing around the house, just to give y'all something to watch, to kind of keep up with me. But that's not what this channel is for, and I'm not sure how well that's going to respond with y'all. If it responds good, we'll keep doing that. I'm hoping maybe I can run out to Dad's job Friday and video some of that. I would like to get some maintenance videos over tomorrow. There ain't no telling what's gonna happen, what we're gonna get to do. See, if I had a drone that zoomed in like Tim, I could have just zoomed in right there and got y'all a good close shot of that. Anyway, guys, y'all hang out. I'm gonna break the big camera out. No telling what we're fixing to show next. I think I'm gonna answer some questions. We're gonna answer some questions and then I'm gonna get back to work. Y'all hang tight, we'll be back. Alright, I didn't get to film anymore at work. I got very sidetracked. So we're fixing to go do something that I ain't done probably. I know I didn't go one time last year. It's probably been close to 2 years now since I've went and done any type of fishing, but we're gonna run us a pole up here. We're gonna go walk the creek, and we're gonna see what we can't catch. The Farmer's Almanac thing says today's a good day to be fishing. I haven't been fishing in, like I said, probably 2 years. I'm no professional. I don't tie professional knots. I don't do all these trick knots. I don't even have a whole bunch of gear. Matter of fact, speaking of gear, this is all I have right now. The little, they're called beetle spins, black and yellow stripe. Yellow and black stripe. I used to fish these all the time when I was a kid, catch a bunch of white perch. But it's almost sunset time. I'm just gonna go kind of wade the creek. Like I said, it's been a while since I've been to this particular fishing hole. I used to fish a bunch, and racing and everything else takes over, and I just haven't really done much of anything. So, and we're gonna go see what we can catch, what we can find. Maybe we can find a little bit of a honey hole. Maybe something that's easy to get to for the kids, and we take the kids in the morning or something. So, not a whole bunch to do. Not sure how much of what I filmed in the woods is actually going to make it on the video, because today was not a good day. But we're not going to let it bother me. We're gonna go enjoy the next. Technically, I have 2 days off, if you want to look at it that way, and then 2 days for the weekend. So I got 4 days of no work. Friday, I'm going to go do a little bit of something, swapping the track shears around. But other than that, we ain't gonna be doing much work. We're gonna be, I don't know if I'm gonna fool around in the shop or not, because the shop deal is, I would love to go fool around in the shop, but the race cars and stuff is pretty pointless to go work on right now, because there's nowhere to go race. So yeah, hang tight. Maybe we'll hit something up here in a minute, have something good for y'all to watch. Who knows what we're gonna get. We're gonna do something different here. It didn't take long to screw that up. So we run back to the store, got some sinkers, a couple of corks, some hooks, and my favorite to fish with, good old cold worms. So I made 2 casts, and I hung that bait under the water under a log. I saw the log at the last minute. I tried pulling it up, and they weren't coming up. We're gonna break out the cold worms. I'm not a big bass fisherman. Never been real good at bass fishing. I mean, I'll throw out baits like that, and if it hits, it hits. If it don't, it don't. I've always been the kind of guy that's always fished off banks, creeks. I have a short little small pole, that thing's like 5 foot or something like that. I don't have a great big long pole, anything like that. Being a country boy like I am, I never really fished much lakes. I've never fished many pond. Well, I fished several ponds, a lot that I shouldn't have, but for the most part, all of my fishing has been done off of creek banks. I used to get up in the morning times when I was a kid, and I would what are you doing? I'd get up in the morning time when I was a kid, and I would go get on the creek at daylight, and me and the kid that used to live across the street from me rode, it was a road because it was dirt. We'd stay all day on this creek, and we usually didn't stop fishing till we had a stringer full. Those days are long gone. Now I got responsibilities. And most of my hobbies that I do aren't very, as most would say, relaxing. So racing is like a secondary sport. I mean, a secondary job to me. And I know your hobby shouldn't be like that, but it is to me, and it has to be like that if you're going to be competitive. So fishing for me is just something I do on the casual. Look at them old cold worms. I'll pull you off a good one. Oh yeah. So I'm sure there's a lot of y'all that do fishing like I do racing. So if you see something that I'm doing that you wouldn't do, and whatever else, just keep the negative comments to yourself. I got it, I get it, you're a professional. I'm not. It's okay. If I don't come catch anything, that's okay too. So, alright, let's walk over to the water now. And let's see what we can do this time. So back here years ago, like probably 8 or 10 years ago, I used to fish this spot a lot. And if y'all see, kind of up towards up the creek where those stumps start, where those bushes start hanging over, those bushes used to be hanging over more to your right. The power line company come in here and sprayed it and killed all those bushes. Ever since then, they've kind of killed the fishing, but this used to be, if you like catching brim, this used to be the spot to come to, because you'd hit brim the size of your hand and fight real hard. I believe they called them the Kentucky red eye or something like that. They were red bellied, and they were real fun to catch. It's a real good place to bring the kids. It's probably been 3 years for sure since I've been here. Probably been 2 years since I've been fishing. Looks like my fishing skills are as good as I remember. Shitty. So I'm gonna go run real quick before it gets completely black dark. I got one more spot I want to go hit. Y'all probably gonna see me back at the house. Who knows? The last place was better than where we went, but still not good by any means. I think it's got potential though. I'm gonna go back there in the morning and hit it. I just run out of daylight. I didn't get to cast, I don't know, 8 or 10 times. I did catch a catfish. He's about as big as my hand, like long as my hand. Not very good at all. But anyway, we're gonna go scout that place out in the morning, and then I got another place I'm gonna go try right beside it. Who knows what we're gonna end up finding. So anyway, y'all go subscribe for me. I know today's video is way off from where it normally is, but y'all go subscribe for me, and who knows what we're gonna get next few days. Everything's going on. My foresters keep telling me to stay calm. It's not the end yet. So I guess till my foresters start panicking, I'll try not and panic myself. But anyway, like I said, y'all go subscribe for me. Appreciate everybody. Until tomorrow, or whatever tomorrow holds to be the next video, I'll catch y'all next time.